Hey, this is Eileen Fernandez-Parker, Instructional Technology Coach. In this session, I'm going to be going over how to use Classkick, both as an engagement tool, a tool for blended learning, and a tool for grading, automatic grading, and assessment, quick assessment. So I'm at classkick.com. So you want to make sure that you go to the Classkick website. I'm going to hit sign in as a teacher. And Classkick has a really nice login with Google feature. So I am going to log in with Google. I'm going to choose the account I want to use. Since I don't have an account yet, I'm going to have to create a new account. And I'm going to choose that I am a teacher. And then I'm going to hit the sign up with Google again. It automatically picked up the name, so I'm just going to hit get started. Now, while it is processing, one of the really nice features for Classkick is that when you set an answer key, you can give multiple acceptable answers. And this is important because, you know, if a kid puts two spaces accidentally but has the right answer, the computer will think that it's wrong if you do it in a Google form, or if you do it in something else that only allows for one answer. So that's one of the best features of this. So the first time that you open up, it automatically is going to tell you to, when you want to see students working in real time, you're going to go to app.classkick.com. If you're on an iPad, you're going to have to download the app called Classkick. Right now we have a code that we're going to be able to give to our students, and of course we can put this straight into Google Classroom. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just X out of that for right now. And what I want to do is, this is a sample Classkick that has already been created. Creating things in Classkick is not as easy as creating it elsewhere and then importing it. And I say that for two reasons. One is because if you create it in Classkick, you can't export it and then import it somewhere else. So if you want to do a slides presentation, you're going to have to redo your work. So I would recommend that you either create your presentation in Smart Notebook or in Google Slides or in PowerPoint, and then export it as a PDF. You can also do a quick screenshot of slides individually if you want. But what I really like is that you can import the entire slideshow very quickly. So I want to show you how that works. Now this automatically opened up to the sample slideshow, so I'm just going to go back to Home. And then over here on the top right, I'm going to click the plus sign. And I'm going to choose Create from File. So you can see I can either choose from images or a PDF, and I'm going to hit Select File. And now I need to find a file. So it doesn't link directly to my Google Drive unless I'm on a Chromebook. If I'm on a Chromebook, everything is going to be, the flow is going to be super smooth. So what I need to do is I just need to find... Okay, this is a list of bell ringers from a world language teacher. Notice down here there are 17 different slides in this presentation, and I can import all the pages or I can import some of them. So I'm going to go with import all, and you'll see that it's automatically going to divide it up into 17 slides for me. It's automatically divided up for me here. Okay, so this was created specifically, I'm going to hit finish for this. This was created specifically for bell ringers, so it's about 2 to 3 weeks worth of work for students, but it'll all be in one place for the teacher and for the students. So they open it once and then they can get back to it on very easily. The teacher only has to open one and she can see 3 weeks worth of work for each student, and it's all in one place. So this is populating now. This particular teacher is what brought me to Classkick because she wanted help with daily grading. But with world language, if a student forgets an accent or puts the accent over the wrong letter, or if you have two spaces, or if you forget the pronoun, it's marked wrong. They lose all credit. So what I want to really show you is we've got this option here for the student to give the English for the following phrases. So I need to have an answer box. So up here, this dashed line is a fill in the blank box. It automatically gets dropped up in the top right, but I'm going to put it here. And for this answer, over here on the right, it tells me how do I use a fill in the blank, and it explains to you. Put the element where you want them to put the answer, then you add acceptable answers, and then when grading is on, students get responses and immediate feedback. So I'm going to hit Get Started. So for this box, I'm going to add acceptable answers. Okay. Now, I don't speak French, so I'm just going to say answer with accent, and then I'm going to hit another one, and it's going to be the same answer without accent. Now, the kids would have to put things in exactly the way I did. So notice, this one is capitalized, this one is not. So I need to add another one that is just like this one without. So it's going to be answer with accent. And then this one here, I also have to add with a capital. Okay? I have 4 options that could conceivably be correct for a student, and now I can set the points here because there are 3 questions. I'm going to say they're 5 points each, so this is going to be worth, this one question, is going to be worth 5 points. Okay, so now here's where they can put this question. I can move it right over here if I want. I can also add another one though. I can put another question here, and this one can go right here. I'll just resize it a little bit. And then I can add the acceptable answers for this one. Okay, so answer. Now, you can't conceivably put every possible wrong answer a kid would do, but this is at least going to give you a little bit more flexibility. So I can set my points to 5 for this one, and then I can do a third one as well. And I'm not going to go through all the steps. I'll just put the dotted line there. All right, so you have to set your answers, and then when the kids do it, they'll be able to answer and get immediate feedback. The power of immediate feedback is so strong because if a kid has a wrong answer and then they go along thinking that they're right, we're going to have problems. So up here, now that you can see how you can add grading to it, there's also another feature that exists. And I'm going to back out of this so that we can see kind of like the all of the slides at once. Up here in the right-hand corner, it says View Student Work. So when I click that, I have to share it with a specific roster. Okay. Now, right now, I have a sample roster and a Getting Started roster. So I'm just going to use the sample roster for now. Here's the code over here that I would share on the bottom right. Now, when I click on that, it has a really nice link directly to Google Classroom. Okay, so I can copy the link and put it in Classroom myself, or I can click on Share to Google Classroom, and I can select the class I want to share it with. So it has that really nice feature as well. You can also just bring this right up onto your screen and tell the kids to log in using this code. Just send them to app.classkick.com. But remember, it's the app.classkick.com is where the kids need to go. Okay, so I'm going to use the sample roster here just because I don't have any students right now. And if I want to view their work, this is what it will look like. Okay, now if I This is a sample student. You can see up here, sample student, okay? This star was not there before. So I want you to see that this is a list of stickers that you can use. So instead of doing the grading with the boxes, you might say, you know, put your answer in that box, and you might still want to go through and double check them. But what you can do is you can create your own stickers that are worth points, okay? And so you can give an excellent, and it's going to be full points, so maybe that's 10, or for this slide it was 5, and I'm going to hit save. So right here, when I hit excellent, it automatically pops up on the screen. So I can do excellent 3 times, showing that they got all 3 questions right. Or I can do partial credit, I can create a new sticker, I can change the image here and choose whatever I want. I'm going to go with squirrel, I don't know why, and this will be partial credit, and maybe I'm going to give 3 points, and I save it, and now when I hit partial credit, that's going to land on there, okay, and I can delete these in the corner. So you've got flexibility, which is what teachers need, and for the students, I'm going to back out of this just a little bit. This is what the students will see. They will see all of the slides in order as they need to go. Some teachers are using Classkick for blended learning, and they put the entire blended learning in Classkick. Sometimes the kids can work in whatever order they want. Sometimes they have to go in order. They have must-dos or may-dos. But what's really nice is that the kids can work at their own pace, and the teacher has 24/7 access. So he or she can see what the students are doing, what has been completed, and there's also, when I go in as a student, the students also have a hand that they can raise on their slides. So I think you can't see it in this screen. I have to actually log in as a student. But when a student is on a slide, the student can, oh, here it is, over here on the right. They can raise a hand and they can ask for help. Okay, so because I'm in the teacher view, if I click on the hand, I see who has raised a hand. Okay, but when the student does it, he or she is raising a hand to get help. And so it is a completely virtual help center. The teacher can see who needs help, and the student can ask for help. The last feature that I want to show you is this audio feature that I absolutely love. So a teacher can add directions, audio directions. So for non-reading students, KCD, K1, and maybe ESOL students, you can click on this microphone, allow your microphone, over here start recording. These are the directions that you need to complete. Stop and save, and it drops it right onto the screen. And the kids just have to click on it. Recording. These are the directions that you need to complete. Okay, so not only can the teacher leave recordings for the students, but the students can leave recordings for the teacher as well, because they have access to the microphone. So everything doesn't always have to be written. Students can leave questions, students can leave verbal answers. Students can be asked questions verbally and they can answer them. When you think about language, students have the option to hear the language from the teacher and then respond in kind. There are so many uses for this product. So you've got 100% engagement. You've got assessment that you're able to go in and see who can do what. You've got auditory, different learning styles, reading, writing. Kids can also draw, so they have a pen here, and if they have touch screens, it's very simple for drawing to take place. They can do text. You and they can link things, and you and they can also insert images to show that they've learned something. So that was a really quick tutorial But if you take your time, I think that this app is going to be pretty powerful for the teacher and the student in the classroom.